Good morning, glorious little micro spillway river thing that I had to climb down a cliff to get to. How the hell are you today? My name is Josh. I actually don't live too far from you, but I never knew you existed. Shout out to subscriber, fan, friend, local for giving me the heads up. He caught a couple pretty good fish down here recently, and yeah, told me to come down and give it a whirl. So yeah, might not look like much, but this is one of my favorite types of fishing small spots, seeing what we can catch, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. Stuffing things, pow. I thought I did it, boys and girls. I thought I fished every little spillway, waterfall, river, creek, puddle, tiny little area to fish within 30 minutes from my house, but I was wrong. So shout out to Jake. But yeah, we got all sorts of things. I didn't bring any live bait, but we do have some bluegills to cut up. We have some night crawlers and we have some lures. We're just gonna see what we can't get figured out. It doesn't look super deep. Definitely doesn't look super big, but he sent me some pictures of some pretty good fish, and see if we can't figure it out. You'd be surprised at what can come out of places like this, and hopefully we get a big old surprise. Shooting for something over 10 pounds, but I haven't got to fish a new spot for a while, so anytime you can fish a new spot, it's just a little bit more exciting just to catch just about anything. So yeah, back to the roots, back to the basics, back to just trying to figure out what lives here. So yeah, come along with me, see what happens. Stuffing things, pow. 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 Wonder how many times I've said pow in a video, or in all my videos combined. I'd say it's gotta be a couple thousand, maybe more. Got 3 little nasty boy bluegills right there. Somehow gonna have to figure out how to set up some pulls. I guess maybe we'll just start with one catfish pull, kind of in this area, one night crawler pull. And that might cover all the areas, but I am gonna throw a square bill through there because square bills have been working pretty good for me lately. All right, let's start with the night crawlers. Start small, might throw out entire little bundles of night crawlers, little crawler balls. For now, we'll just do a little crawler, 1/4 ounce weight, and throw it out there and see if we can't get nibbled. Current's moving pretty good, but I think the 1/4 ounce weight should hold it. Holy hell, it's deeper than I thought. I mean, walking up, it kind of looked like it was like 2 feet deep, but probably like 5 or 6. It's enough depth for a fish. Now let's get our cut bait rolling. I do have 2 catfish pulled, but one of them doesn't have a rig on it, and I'm too excited to throw the square bill, so that second one's gonna have to wait. But I doubt the fish in this river, creek, spillway have ever seen a square bill, so always good to throw something different at them. Also always good to thaw your bait out a little bit. Oh, already getting a bite. Bait's hard as a rock. That's okay, because the night crawlers aren't. There's another little waterfall down to the left, and there's another one off to the right. I'm not sure how the hell I'm gonna get to either of them, because it's a pain in the ass just to get down here, but we got some exploring to do, I think, unless we can figure it out in this pool. Apparently there's one fish. Let's see if we can cut this bluegill. If not, we'll just set in the sun for a little bit. Oh yeah, we cutting. Alrighty. In smaller spots with hypothetically smaller fish in it. Probably could have even, let's cut this bottom piece off too, but I like splitting the cut bait in half. Seems to just have a little bit better hookup ratio. You don't need a lot for fish to find this kind of bait in a small area like this, so I'm actually gonna rehook that too. But got a little bit of guts, got a little bit of meat, and yeah, it should work. I don't know what the primary forage base is in this place, as I've never been here. I've never actually even fished this river. But yeah, bluegill always kind of works. Oh, crawler's getting hit again. He's still tugging on it. I think they're just gar. That wasn't a gar. I got him. I think I got him. That was a good bite. Oh no, he's like stuck on something. What are you stuck on, bud? What are you stuck on? I got a channel, but he's stuck on the tree. He might have came off too. That dude slammed it. All right, so we're not quite doing it yet, you know? I mean, we haven't caught anything, and now we're walking on a tree out into the river we've never been to. But that was a pretty good bite on cut bait. And I think he's actually still on there. He's just not very big. Don't do this at home, folks. It's like on a root or something. Question is my line stronger or is the root stronger? As of now, the root appears to be stronger. We're gonna have to climb down even further, boys and girls. Fish rescue mission. Which might end up in us getting wet. All right, that was a lot of work for a 1 pound channel, but he's our 1 pound channel. Oh, I have never worked that hard for this small of a channel cat in my life. But he's a little fatty and we just got here. Getting dicked around by some garfish, but there's at least one channel kitty. Now we need to get the hell off this tree and get some more cut bait out apparently. Pretty neato. Man, I like fishing current and rivers and stuff because like you go to a pond and it's just a big giant stagnant cesspool basically, but here in moving water the fish are pretty predictable and usually they bite pretty fast regardless of what time of day it is, you know. That's why I like fishing current, is because most of the time my free time to go fishing is in the middle of the day. So I think the current kind of counteracts what time you're fishing if you're fishing at a bad time. Not all the time, but sometimes. Does that make sense? Did I word that properly? I don't know if I did, but it was good enough. Alrighty, we got everything out. Tried the square bill for a little bit. Doesn't seem like the right place. Swim bait might work, but yeah, I think we're just gonna fish with some bottom poles for now. Maybe a swim bait eventually, but put a bluegill head on that one. It's kind of getting some smaller bites, and then rigged up the old RD rod and got it out over there in the current. So yeah, gonna kind of sit in the shade, relax, taking the sights. This battery's dying for some reason, so I'm gonna put in a new one. Stuffing things, pow. That's a good bite. Got him. Got him. Got him. Putting a new night crawler on and I got him. Not bad, whatever it is. Definitely bigger than the first one. Is it what I think it is? Nope, it's not a flathead, but it is a big ass angry channel. Oh shit. That thing just slammed it. Slammed it. Bluegill head. A little bit bigger bait on because I was getting jerked around by the garfish or turtles or something. This dude rocked it. Absolutely rocked it. Also got the RD rod out in a pretty good spot, and I'm surprised it hasn't been hit. Yep, he wasn't coming off. He wasn't coming off. Old bluegill head. He's... Sometimes with channels, it's just better to let them go, you know? Before they bite the bejesus out of you. But he's hooked really, really well. Let's fix that for him. Alrighty, boys and girls. He's not really big camera worthy, but he is pretty big for this little spot. So I'll show him to you if I can. Spawning male channel kitty. New SPILLWAY. Shout out to Jake. Cool. A little bit of an upgrade. Hopefully we can get bigger than that today, but definitely a little bit of an upgrade. And stuff. Alrighty, boys and girls. Fun while it lasted, but quick bites in currenty situations, but they usually don't last too long, so let's see if we can get across here without getting too wet. Luckily it's kind of sandy-ish, but that definitely drops off. Man, this water is still cold. How deep is that? Surprisingly, it's kind of deep, but we're just gonna go for it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Teriyaki jerky, anyone want some? Anyone want some? So I did throw the square bill a couple times, but hey, a frog. Wasn't really the right angle for the square bill, so we're gonna try it again from this angle. See if we can't find a flathead that's up here trying to feed. And we'll get some bait out and either go upstream or downstream. Upstream, we got another little spillway that looks shallow. Downstream, we got another little spillway that looks shallow, plus some cars up on the side of the bank for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but might have to go check those out. But first, we're gonna see if there's a flathead up here willing to feed. All right. It's always worth about 10 or 15 casts with a square bill at spots like this, as I've proved, or a swim bait, but I'm too lazy to tie on the swim bait, so. Let's get a couple pieces of cut bait out by them roots. See if there's a some sort of kitty at the front side of this fallen down tree. One had it. One had it. I was just reeling into, what in the shit is that? Oh, it's a channel. I got a pretty good bite on it, but it kind of stopped, and then I was gonna go make a new cast, and the channel bud had it. Didn't take long up here, but it took longer than the first couple fish, but that's all right. That is all right. Kind of looked like a walleye for a second, but I don't think there's any walleyes in here, to be honest with you. But yeah, I decided that I'm gonna go up the way. Pretty cool looking waterfall up there, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be as deep as this hole is, but I'm gonna throw out one more piece of cut bait here, and then we're moving up and figuring out what to do from there. So far, so decent. I mean, no flatheads yet, but pretty decent channel. Been getting a lot of bites. I did catch a couple fish on night crawlers, but they were just tiny channels, and I keep getting dicked around by gars, so yeah, I'll probably just end up leaving those out. Alrighty, boys and girls, we moved up the way to the next rapids, and it actually looks pretty good. I threw a piece of cut bait over by those that log jam thing, and it seems like it's 5+ feet, which is pretty good. And yeah, it's a little deeper up here than it looked from afar. I also went up to that spillway up the way and caught like 15 channel cats. My camera wasn't on. I'm a idiot, but we figured out a good way to catch them, and should be able to catch some below this waterfall too. Pole just clicked, but I'm not sure if it's current. Hard to tell. Hard to tell, but jig head crawler was the deal. Every time it hit the water, it got 8, so let's try it at this one. Jig head crawler is usually a bit better when it's shallower, like that one up the way, but that black pole just got slam-bonied. This spot's deeper and probably has bigger fish anyway, but one of the channels I did catch on the crawler was like 5 pounds, so that was pretty legit. That was pretty legit. I think we're gonna catch something out of this pool though, if I had to guess. I was correct. This is the best tool you can use to figure out what lives somewhere, especially in currenty situations. Throw it up current and let the current do the work for you. Everything eats it. Everything. So we'll piddle around with this, and hopefully the cut bait gets 8 in the meantime, but our cut bait's kind of looking shitty. And by kind of looking shitty, I mean it's pretty bad. But it's all we got, so we'll try to make it work and stuff. Alrighty, boys and girls. Tried a square bill at every spot. Just wasn't happening. It seemed like a good spot for the square bill. Flatheads will sit nose up to spots like this and just kind of wait for bait to come through, but no flatheads, unfortunately. We did catch like 30 channels, and all of our bait got stolen out of this pool by either gars or turtles, and if you are losing bait to gar or turtles, it's time to go home. But yeah, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Shout out to subscriber Jake for the idea of coming here, and while we didn't wreck them, man, just catching fish out of a new spot is one of my favorite things to do, and I'm not even just saying that just to say it. it's fun. I get sick of kind of fishing the same spots close to home all the time, and yeah, Boo's very, very pregnant, so can't really go too far. Got one more trip planned next week with a couple of people that you guys may know, just for one night, and then going right back to take care of Boo and the kid, and the upcoming kid. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. Stuff to think. Pal, goodbye.